Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be playing Where is Waldo on a Nintendo. Now I know some people consider this a bad game. I don't. I've always quite enjoyed this game. I've tried to get as close and as zoomed in as possible, that way you all can have a chance of actually seeing it as well. So we are going to go to the moon, and we have 960 seconds to get there. Now I feel like that timer was going to continue if I didn't hit start. So yeah, he's making the longest way around to this train station I have ever seen. Now this is what you get. There's not a whole heck of a lot here. In the harder levels, it goes off. You have multiple pages, but I put this on easy just so we have a chance to make it to all the different screens so you can see what they look like. I have beaten this on easy. I've never beaten this on normal or hard. So, let's take a look. Of course, Waldo, white and red striped shirt. Now, this is randomly generated to an extent every time you play. So, you might think you know where he is from the last game, but you don't because it's completely different. This guy kind of looks like Waldo. Pretty much you put your little cursor box over him and you hit the A button. If it's him, it'll play music. If it's not, it'll ding at you. So, let's see if this is in fact Waldo or if it is not. It is. We got the music. We'll turn it up a little so you have a better chance of hearing it. Now we're moving from the train station over to the forest. Some of these later ones are really weird, but we'll get to that in a minute. So here we are in the forest. It's kind of evening, or the ground is just completely made out of clay. I can't tell the difference, but we'll find out where Waldo is here. Let's see. Any red and white stripes? Goodness. It doesn't stand out as much with the red background as it did on the last one. Alright, this guy here has some red and white stripes. Let's just, before we select them, let's just kind of glance over the rest of the screen. I am not seeing anything else that looks remotely like Waldo. Let's see if it's him. Yes, we did it. Okay, there was one time I tried this on the train station, everything that even remotely resembled Waldo, couldn't find him. Alright, we are in the cave, and it is in fact dark. Now, we have like a flashlight kind of on our box, and anytime Waldo moves, he kind of appears. So I seen him shoot across here. He went up. Oh, he went this way. Let's see, where is he? Now he's over here. There he is. We caught him. And now you suddenly become him. So let's get some extra... Well, I tried to get some extra time, but apparently that takes away time. That was, in fact, a trap. How about that? For Where's Waldo, they threw traps in. That's awful. That's okay. I'm changing my mind about this game slowly. Now we're going to the fairgrounds, where I don't think there are any traps that I know of. Alright, here we are. Back to a standard map. Where is Waldo? Or Wally if you're from the UK or Europe. Yeah, I think the whole Wally name didn't fly so well over here, so they went with Waldo. Alright, let's see. This guy over here kind of looks like he's Waldo. Kinda. I mean, I've got my face glued to the screen. I can only imagine how it looks from back there. Let's see. Is there anybody else that's even remotely Waldo-esque? I'm not seeing anybody. If we get it wrong, it'll ding at us. Let's see. It dinged at us. That's not Waldo. Okay. So if that's not Waldo, there's nobody here. Nobody here. Nobody here. I'm going to do this in blocks. Kind of like this block. We're going to kind of follow the screen. Nobody there. Nobody... Well, no. I don't think so. Ooh, maybe this guy over here? Let's see. Yeah, okay. We found him over by the bush. Alright, we're leaving the fairground. And we're going to the edge of space and time, apparently, to get over to the city. He could have just went down and over, but no, he had to go up and around. Alright, we are in the city. There's a lot less going on in the city, surprisingly. Alright, let's see. Anybody who is obviously a Waldo in this one? Not yet. And I know somebody's probably like, yeah, there he is right there. I seen him in 10 seconds. Sure. Okay. Maybe him. But I don't know. I'm not convinced by that one. Let's see, who else do we have here that's Waldo-esque? in any fashion. There's not a whole heck of a lot of people on here at all. Maybe he's right here in the sewer, because he's got the hat. I think we're looking for the hat. Let's try it. Yes. Alright, so it's not this guy back there with an antenna on his head. The subway, where we are going now, is by far my least favorite level of the whole thing. I should take that back. This one over here is pretty bad too. So, alright, so what we have to do is, you are this blue thing, and you have to make it to Waldo and out. And you can't hit the wizard guy. I don't know if you're supposed to hit the glasses. I feel like that's going to also be a trap. You kind of have to follow these and figure out where you're going. So let's go right. And we need to somehow get down. We need to get down to here or here. Either of these two is where we need to be. So we need to get here. Oh. Well, the wizard got us. While I was trying to figure things out, the wizard got us. Yeah. One of these days I'll play it all the way through. Maybe we'll do a full Let's Play. I've never done that. But that's where it's Waldo. It's not that bad. I wouldn't say it's great by any means, but it's not that bad. I enjoy it for what it is, and I hope you enjoyed too. We'll see you next time.